All right. And to do it, are you ready?
Ready whenever. Are we good?
I'm calling this Newington Board of Education meeting to order. It is Wednesday, June 14th, 2023. The time is 7:06 p.m. Please rise as you are able for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Be seated. Ask the clerk to please call our roll.
Michael Blanda,
Here.
Daniel Droz, here, Dr. Bruce Fletcher,
Here.
Beth Mankey, here, Richard Laveriere, Amy Parati,
Here.
Sam Sharma,
Here.
Jeff Kaliwa,
Here.
Anastasia Yap. I have, Mr. Laveriere and Miss Yap absent.
Okay, so we have 7 members in the meeting. Our quorum is 5, so we're all set. Good. At this time, we're going to move on to agenda item B, which is our presentation of awards for our Everyday Hero. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Brummett.
Thank you very much. So I got a heartfelt plea a few days before school ended. Dr. Brummett, can we please do one more Everyday Hero? And being the softie that I can be around these things, I did agree. And the messenger was Miss Gina Smith, who and the folks that are honored here this evening have served many of our homebound students this year, and that's a very special role to play. And I want to share with you what Gina had to say about this group. She said, I would like to nominate Randy Singh, Carol Corvo, Catherine Donahue, and Betsy Mojica for the Everyday Hero Award. These 4 educators volunteered as homebound tutors for a student unable to attend school this year due to complicated medical setbacks. As the year came to a close, it is clear that they each far surpassed what they set out to achieve at the beginning of their role. Not only did they volunteer their time and expertise, but they provided our student with so much more in the form of care, connection, and encouragement. Our student faced many obstacles, but still made academic gains because of his tutor's commitment to his learning. They each helped him overcome challenges by staying on top of his to-do lists, assignments, and changing schedules. With the student's health and well-being at the forefront of every tutoring session, they were the bridge between home and school. This allowed our student to persevere in a year that started out with many unknowns. I have tremendous gratitude and pride to work alongside these educators, and each of them deserves an abundance of recognition for their lasting and positive impact. So congratulations to Randy Singh, Carol Corvo, Kate Donahue, and Betsy Mojica. Come on up, the ones that are here. And I think it's 3 out of 4. Randy could not make it. He let me know earlier today. And Gina, come on up with your special guest.
We're adding a board now. A little board honored.
They're all the same since it's a group. And I'm going to take a picture.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And I will make sure Randy gets his. He let me know that he could not make it. And take a picture and then see if any of our honorees would like to say a few words. Here we go. She's a doll, huh?
Anyone?
Anyone want to say a few
You'll
words?
start?
Gina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take it away.
I just want to thank you guys for the patience of letting me bring my daughter tonight. This is tier C of not having babysitters and my husband's traveling, but I wouldn't miss this. I've known each of them for years now, and I love every single one of these, amazing educators standing in front of me, and Randy too, if he was here. They really were the bridge, for our kiddo who couldn't be with us in an unexpected time. And I just really can't thank them enough for everything that they did for not only him, but, keeping him a part of the school community and being able to kind of just see him from time to time pop in the school year really meant so much. And I just really thank you guys.
I'm going to tell you one quick story about him, just because I found an email. I was checking the time when I got here because I already heard people talking and I thought, oh my God, did I miss it? So there was an email from the student and he said, you think you could help me find a way? I overheard my mom talking that she can't go to her high school reunion and she would really like to go. She never gets out of the house because she's always taking care of me. And so he asked for my help if I could find out how to get her a ticket to her high school reunion. And I was choked up and I thought, he has so many of his own struggles and issues and she is his superhero. But for him to step outside himself and say, I want this for my mom, can you help me do that? So I don't know, I might have to reach out to you because I don't know if it's from Newington High or not. I have no idea how to help him find this out, but might have to go on a recon mission for this. But that's the kind of student that he is, and he was just a joy to work with. So thank you for introducing me to him and his mom.
Yeah.
I actually had this student last year as a 6th grade student. So when I saw that there was some issues coming up with his health and that he wasn't going to be back in school, Kate was already doing language arts, which is kind of my forte. And I was like, oh, well, I still want to help because I know he needs help. And he was wonderful last year. And, we knew of his struggles, but he was in school last year and he was, kind of dealing with everything. So this year I was like, okay, well, I'll do science. I'll learn 7th grade science. And I figured it out with him. But he is, when we received the email, I was like, Schmidt, we like this, he's a joy to work with. We're kind of like, hey, yes, I'll do it again because he's just a well-rounded, smart, kind-hearted, happy kid that he shows up and he wants to do the work and he does extra and he, what can I do until our next session? And so I was like, I feel like it's not being a hero, it's like helping someone out, but it's truly appreciated. And I think we're all really happy that he's doing well. And, we checked in, mom came in the last day of school to talk to us, and hopefully his surgeries will go well over the summer and we'll maybe get to see him back in school, which is ultimately our goal.
Good job. I don't know what else to add to that. It was just an honor to work with him. I'm a speech language pathologist, but I worked with social studies for him. And I was also in some 7th grade social studies classes this year. So it was kind of helpful for me to know what they were doing and then carry that over to him when we were meeting together. But I just want to second that he has the biggest heart. And, sometimes he would just send us an email that would say, God bless you. I'm thinking of you. I hope you're having a good day. And, when he has so much going on, it was just a good reminder that we were also a bridge for him for school. And, it was great to have him come. He came to visit for Olympic Day and just to see him connecting with his peers. And we've done lunch bunches, via Google Meets and, just being able to check in with his friends because it is hard being home and being so disconnected and, trying to find ways to keep him connected to all of us. So it was an honor to be a part of that. So thank you all.
Okay, so at this time,
Because the board will say some
Yep.
nice things. You can sit there.
yeah, have a seat for a moment. I'm going to move around the table here. We'll begin with our secretary.
So, Miss Donahue, now that you speak, I do remember you from open house. It's your voice. So I just want to thank you. You guys definitely exemplify what it means to be a teacher. And Newington is very lucky to have all three of you. I'm very lucky that I had two of you for my, I think you had a couple of my kids. Um, so this young man is lucky as you guys are as lucky to work with him. So thank you so much for all that you do. And thank you for coming out when you didn't have to go to work today. That's actually the true hero. So.
Yeah, just thank you for going above and beyond. And I know you think it's like easy work or, you don't consider yourselves heroes, but that's what it is. So thank you for doing that and, offering to help and learning new subjects just so you can. I think it's wonderful and he's very lucky to have you. So are we. Thank you.
It's like the last love fest of the year. I usually call it, it's like so much love and it's so evident between you and the student, but also between all of you. And I think that's what we really love to see and what we want the community to see is just how special you are and how much you go above and beyond for our students, but also for each other. And I can't thank you enough. Obviously, we appreciate it. I know that student appreciates it. And having to step outside what you're usually doing to do this is the above and beyond thing we like to say every day. So thank you so much for doing that. I know, we're excited to see where this student goes. And it just really, I think, speaks to a lot of the goals we have about equity, making sure that every kid who has, a different need and that need is met. So thank you for meeting that need and exceeding that need.
Just first of all, and I'm sure you're going to agree, that lady over there is an everyday hero as well. Not only for this student, but all of the students that she works with in that school. She is amazing. You mentioned that you're not a hero, and I think some people have touched on it, but the way that you stepped up and the way that you not only said, yes, I will help this student, but also I'm going to learn some new things so that I can help that student. I think that that's really special. And I think that it just speaks to not only just the three of you and to you for trying to organize that and make it happen, but just the school community and the district community to see a need, like Jessica said, and you're willing to do something. Even if it's out of your comfort zone, you're willing to do something. And it sounds like the impact that student has had on the three of you is life-changing. And those are things that are just, you can't really, I know you're getting a certificate and it's great and you're an everyday hero, but I don't know that you can really put, a value on not only what you've done for that family, but what he and his family have done for you. So hopefully that mom who is an everyday hero is, has to go through so much. Hopefully that they get to go to that reunion. And I'm sure you're going to do everything that you can, even though it's not in the scope of your job description to make it happen, but I'm sure you're going to try to do everything you can. So thank you for all that you all do. Thank you.
I do want to touch on the fact that you learned different subjects in order to teach this young man. I think that one of the best things that a teacher can do is to be a learner themselves and to show that process and let their students see that process. So your excitement for taking that journey and learning a new subject is phenomenal. I had to learn 5th grade science this year and I thought that was tricky. So 7th grade science sounds really, really tricky. So kudos to you, but teachers are superheroes. You can do anything. Thank you for making a difference in his life and being inspiring to all those around you. And thank you for coming and bringing your little one. You are doing the 2 best jobs in the world, being a mom and a teacher. And I hope you get to enjoy, and any of you that are mothers as well, enjoy your summer with doing your other full-time job. So thank you all.
All right, online we have Sam Sharma.
Hi, I just want to thank all the volunteers for all the work you've done. Thank you for choosing to make an impact, and we really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And Anastasia Yap.
Hi, how are you? I want to say congratulations and thank you for everything. You are definitely a hero. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'm going to let you say something in a moment, but let me just make my remark first. One of the things that I appreciate very much about the Newington district is the commitment of the teachers. And I made a commitment to always stand behind you guys. And what we have talked about tonight, this display shows integrity, it shows character, and it shows compassion. And that's why I love this district so much. And I want to say thank you to the four of you for giving a living illustration of what teachers really need to be like. This is a small token of our appreciation. Just know that you have done something great for this student.
Thank you, Dr. Fletcher. Quick sidebar, since Randy's not here, he has been a tremendous asset to this team. He's also been with us on a part-time basis this year doing some fill-in positions, but proud and pleased to announce that he will be the new Sumargolis next year. So he's now a math teacher at the high school. When we like these tutors, if they're not already teachers with us, we scoop them up. But, and Kate, and I think most of you know, is a retired ELA teacher from John Wallace, and she approached me shortly after her retirement about how can she kind of keep involved in the district. So you will be a phenomenal homebound teacher, and it played out. And to Betsy and Carol, I've seen you work with our kids. This doesn't surprise me at all. That's why I was so moved by Gina's outreach and felt it was well-deserved, even though it comes after the last day of school and you guys had to come in for one more day. But I so appreciate everything that you've done. So thank you.
Once again, thank you. All right, so I will now move us on to agenda item C, public participation. Good night. So we have public participation on any matter related to board responsibilities. You can call in by telephone. The number is 860-665-8659. Or if you are online in our Google Meet, if you can raise your hand there, the little hand symbol at the bottom of the screen, we will call on you, and we do limit you to 3 minutes. I don't see any members of the public in the room, so nobody on here. We'll wait just a brief moment. All right, I don't see any hands online. So we're now going to move on to agenda item D, which is the consent agenda.
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Motion's made.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. Any discussion or questions? All right, and we'll call the roll.
Michael Branda,
Yes.
Danielle Droz.
Yes.
Dr. Bruce Fletcher.
Yes.
Yes.
Beth Mankey.
Yes.
Rudy Harani.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Nick Sharma.
Yes.
Jessica Weaver.
Yes.
Anastasia Yap.
Yes.
The motion passed unanimously.
Okay, thank you, everybody. We're now moving on to agenda item E, which is new business. The first item on the agenda is the discussion and possible action of the school calendar for 2024-2025. Dr. Brummett.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fletcher. Per the board's request, I took the calendar that was proposed a few weeks ago and polled the staff. This went out to all staff in the district, and I made mention of each option talks about some of the changes the board had suggested or discussed last time. Option 1 would be to add both holidays in, which was the day of Christmas week. The day before Christmas week was that one dangling Monday that the board thought would be something people would probably look forward to having. Option 2 was just adding let me pull that up. I'm getting confused.
Just adding Monday and turning the professional thing.
Correct. I just want to make sure I'm speaking correctly. You're right. So just adding the Monday, you got that right. And the professional learning day was just the Friday. So that's version 2, as we called it in the survey. Option 3 was adding, I believe, both holidays, the week of Christmas vacation No, that's not what it is. Option 3 is not adding the week of Christmas vacation, but simply adding that day in the February. So option 1 was both. Option 2 was just the December version. And option 3 was just the February version. And in the calendar options, we also let people know when you add vacation days, you do have to add days on the end of the school year. So with that being said, there was option, just leaving the calendar as is was actually the final choice. So the voices have been heard. This was closed today. I kind of left it open so we get, last minute information in there. It looks like 45.7% said, let's just leave it the way it is. Option 2 was the runner up, and that is adding a vacation day in December. And then the third runner up was option 1, which was add 2 vacation days. And there was not a lot of support for just option 3, which was 1 vacation day for teachers in February. So that's just the information that the board wanted. And that's kind of what we got back. I think we had just under 300 respondents. And the survey was open for probably a week. So let me make sure, what's wrong?
That was a lot of like verbiage.
Oh, yeah. Right here. The final results are right here. Maybe I could blow that up. That might be helpful.
And that's because it's not.
Oh, my goodness, my apologies. It's showing on my screen. How come?
Yeah, I was like, should I go? There we go.
Let me try a different strategy. This happened with another link tonight, so I think there's something funky here. But let me try a different approach. Just sharing a tab. It's not presenting. So it's on my screen, but it's not on your screen, so go figure. All right.
Are you sharing the screen or tab?
I just switched it to a tab only.
Okay.
So my apologies. While I was blathering on, I could see it beautifully. So hopefully you can see the 45.7% is the original version. What the board saw a couple weeks back.
Having February as a professional development day and then a vacation day.
Let me show you the original version.
February,
It's only just a PDA.
Yeah,
PD on Friday.
PD on Friday only, and no vacation add-ons to either December or February. And now this thing has highlighted in a weird way that I can't explain. So option 1 added just the vacation day. Option 1, I apologize. I'm confusing myself. So original is what the board already saw. It didn't have any additional vacation days. Option 1 added 1 day in December, but not February. Option 2 added 1 day in February, but not December. And option 3 added both days. You can see by the results that the original version was the most popular. My only guess would be that they weren't too keen on adding more days. The board did make note that the current last day of school, even on the original, is on a Friday. So it's unlikely that we won't have at least 1 snow day, but that was explained in the narrative of the survey. So I think people were fully informed when they cast their votes. So that's just, the information I can present to the board tonight. They can vote on that tonight, or they can ponder it longer. Again, this is not next school year. This is the following year.
Mr. Brandon?
Get this on.
If the board wanted to just stick with the survey results, then there would be no vote, correct? There would only be a motion to change the calendar, not to keep the calendar, correct? Because the original is already voted in and approved, right?
I don't believe this calendar was ever voted
Oh, it
in.
was never approved.
Originally
Okay.
presented.
We only
I gotcha.
discussed this
Okay,
one.
gotcha.
So there needs to be an approval tonight if the board so
Yes.
chooses.
Ms. Parati?
I think it makes sense to stick with the original version or vote in the original version because that's what the survey said.
Weaver?
Just curious. I feel like I was just talking to teachers at graduation. I was like, oh, they would want the full like 23rd, 24th. That was like explained, or was it just too much? I'm not sure. I'm just surprised. That's all. So I just kind of wanted to, I mean, the 23rd, making it a full, like adding that day. I'm just surprised that,
Of December?
yeah,
Oh.
just because it seemed like, I'm just not sure. That was explained, like we added the December one. That's what,
Yes.
okay.
The survey actually had all 4 calendars linked,
Yep,
and the survey also explained what each version would
would
do.
do. Yep.
Adding a
Okay.
day, adding an extra day at the end, so on and so forth. My only guess is plus next year, we do have, many of our religious holidays are back in the calendar.
Yeah.
They don't fall on a weekend, so there are many holidays next year, and maybe the staff felt that that was sufficient.
Yeah.
To give them the breaks in between. That's all I can think of. Happens a lot. Well, I'll do my best.
Yeah.
And sprinkle, let's call it. That's all we get. So,
All
All
right.
right, so it looks like that the calendar that we're going to have for consideration is the one that is the draft. Yeah, the original version. So if somebody wants to make a motion, Ms. Parati,
Move that we approve the original version calendar for the 2024-2025 school year.
Second.
motion is made and seconded. Any further discussion? We'll call the roll, please.
Michael Miranda,
Yes.
Danielle Gross.
yes,
Doug Fletcher,
Yes.
Beth Wagner,
Yes.
Amy Parati,
Yes.
Sam Sharma,
Yes.
Jessica Weaver,
Yes.
Anastasia Yap.
Yes.
Motion passed unanimously.
Excellent. We are now going to move on to an action item, number 2, under E. And this is the budget transfers for 2022, 2023. Dr. Brummett?
actually, at your seat is the document, and I am going to ask Lou to speak to it. So, within your paperwork, you're going to hopefully find the budget transfer sheet. It looks exactly like this. Okay. Lou, it's all yours.
Thank you, Dr. Brummett. Okay, good evening, everyone. This action item for having the final transfers being done is a routine item done every year by the board, which, achieves the compliance needed for fiscal management of the district. This year is a very unique set of circumstances. We had high reliance upfront with the non-lapsing fund. We had a number of events occurring throughout the year, plus some significant changes in the grant areas coupled with additional grant revenue, which helped us achieve our year-end goals moving into next year, where as of right now, it is extremely likely we're going to be able to end up with a true zero balance at year end. So between all the extra grant revenue we had and the cost cutting measures that we put in place, plus the good fortune of a good year when it came to utility costs and, other, things related to bad weather, which didn't really affect us, we were able to mitigate all of our reliance on the non-lapsing fund between these, and that gets us to where we're at. Now, because of the nature of where the grant money is, the variances aren't really consistent as in other years. So I certainly can try to answer questions, but I do not have a full reconciliation of how do we get from here to here on each of these individual items right now. I mean, overall, I think, the board collectively with Dr. Brummett's leadership put us in a really good position going forward by being able to achieve that zero and not having any, commitments rolling over to the non-lapsing fund going into next year. Any questions?
No questions online, no questions in the room. Okay. Somebody want to read the motion? Go ahead.
Move the Board of Education authorize the superintendent of schools to make the needed budget transfers, which will reflect an unencumbered balance of zero, which may include up to 1% of unencumbered funds that will be directed to the surplus account at the end of the 2022-23 school year.
All right, motion's made.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. Any further discussion? And we'll call the roll.
Michael Branda,
Yes.
Danielle Droz,
Yes.
Dr. Bruce Fletcher,
Yes.
Beth Mankey Huff Wagner,
Yes.
Amy Parati,
Yes.
Sam Sharma,
Yes.
Jessica Weaver,
Yes.
Anastasia Yap.
Yes.
The motion passed unanimously.
Very good. Thank you. We're moving on, progressing quite well. So the next item on our agenda this evening is item F, which is executive session. This will be for discussion of personnel. So,
Motion to move into executive session?
all right, and I'm going to invite in Dr. Brummett.
Thank you.
Okay. I gotta officially do that. Okay.
Wendy and Lou, you don't need to necessarily come back. There's just very little business happening after.
Oh, that'd be great.
And I don't think you haven't shed any tears.
I'm sorry you feel so bad.
But unfortunately, we do need to present and,
Thanks,
Craig's
everybody.
day.
Don't bother.
Great, I gotta put up the screen.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
I know I'm here. I have to put up the screen, right? No. But you take it off.
Extrapolated. What?
And I want to.
Oh, no. I think it was typed.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he has to create it based on a spreadsheet installation. English leaders?
Why is this?
I'm like, you know,
Oh, do we have to change the link? You are not supposed to. Okay, so I have to in the meeting, everybody else has to leave, right?
Yeah.
Going to a different link.
Thank you.
Hang up.
Why should we do?